Hey, good evening, everyone. This is week 7 of me and Dwayne and myself's pro football. Let's talk two sports. Pro football week 7 preview show. Week 7. And this was definitely yes. Last week was actually the beginning of it. Me and Dwayne and myself noticed it. Where some of these games are just like, oh, it's like watching wet paint dry. The matchups are just bad matchups, bad teams, bad football, bad for the eye. At the end of the day, as sports fans, we have to understand that yeah, you might be a fan, but at the end of the day, this is a show that gets put on every week. On so the show, the performance has not been good the last definitely today. What's up, buddy?
Today was an off Broadway production.
Literally, right?
Oh, it was a bad day of football. And y'all know if I'm saying that, it means something. It got me sleepy eyed. I'm watching the New York Knicks right now, man. This was a bad day of football, folks. And I'm not saying that just because the Cowboys ain't play. I'm saying it because first game, Packers 24, Washington 10. And it wasn't that competitive. Second game, which should have been the game of the day. You give the Titans a lot of credit. That was a 27-3 game. Third game, probably the game of the day. Falcons take out my beloved Dolphins, 30-28.
I need to
Flores,
I need to see something with that box score. Did Tua play?
Tua played.
Did he throw over 300 yards?
Tua's never gonna throw for
Well,
over
I
three.
just got one announcement, which is crazy, because I found out today, Dwayne, that Atlanta has not given up a 300-yard passer all year, and it's amazing
He
that you
almost
would.
got it though.
Okay,
Finished with 291,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
four
Bad
touchdowns,
football.
two
See,
interceptions
Dwayne's
though.
just running through the games, you guys. We ain't even got much commentary on the games. What about that vaunted Washington defense?
Well, another 24 points given up. I know that's Aaron Rodgers, but let's talk about this Washington defense. Let's look at team stats. Another week, another week them giving up. Well, no, actually, they only gave up 304 yards this week,
That's
so
not
that's
bad.
improvement for them. Not bad, but
It's not bad.
yeah, this defense has led them to a two and five mark. The Packers, man, I really like the Packers this year, folks. They off to a 6-1 start, but
Shout out to our buddy Tyrone Harrison for
shout out Tyler. Good
running down
seeing
on
you
Dwayne,
Friday,
myself,
brother.
and Craig the other day. He ran down on us.
Ran down on, scared me for a second, but he was right. Uh, Patriots put up a 50 burger on the Jets, 54-13.
You know, it's funny about the Patriots. I think that the last two games that they played, where they lost, they kind of built confidence. It's weird how NFL is. Sometimes when you look at film and you say, okay, we going against a good team, and then when you compete against that good team, then you wind up putting a good performance, and it like catapults. Because I'm telling you, and I know you're about to get to the game. The Bengals got confidence.
Yeah, I was surprised by that Bengals game today, though. 41-17 in Baltimore. Very
But
surprising.
see, but see,
But I
Dwayne,
love,
me and you talked about before. We talked about it last week when when the Ravens beat the Chargers, everybody was going to jump off the Chargers bandwagon. But if you look at the Ravens, the last couple games they've won have been tough games. So now you come back down to size. You playing a division rival who might not much is expected. You don't pay attention to detail all week, and look what happened. You're the big game circled on the Bengals schedule, and now the Bengals lead their division. I think, right?
Bengals is
Wow,
up there, man. They 5-2. Five
wow.
and two. And I love Jamar Chase's interview was over. He got up and he left the media. Joe Barrow sat down and was like, I thought he drops everything. It was the greatest thing ever. I loved it.
You know
I love that Joe Barrow said that. But
what's
think
nice
about
about
it.
that? Me and you talked about it before. Is that how he lobbied the organization to draft his friend, not just a receiver that he played with in college, but they're really close friends, and
Hey man,
it's nice to see that their friendship and how it's transcending to a business relationship too. And as you always say, life is nothing but about relationships, man.
8 catches, 201 yards. He leads the NFL on receiving yards as a rookie. pretty impressive, man. 41,
Last one to do that was Randy, right?
yeah, 41-17. Both teams now are at 5-2. The Bengals are alive, man. They're a live team, man. They're somebody we're gonna have to look out for.
Confidence,
Still a long way
confidence,
to go, though. What'd you say?
confidence breeds a culture, man. And when you're
It really
confident,
does.
as you always say during our games, when you believe in yourself and you believe in the man next to you, um, you liable to, you think you could do anything, and
Yeah,
you can do anything.
yeah. And look at the Las Vegas Raiders, 2 in a row without John Gruden. Now
Yeah,
5-2. They're playing with a different type of spirit too. This coach got them attacking, got them seizing the moment. So they
and it's
they took
funny
out.
because you look at the coaches that they have on their staff. They had some good coaches there. Gus Bradley getting to realize that Gus might not never be a good head coach. He might just his niche might just be a great DC. And he got them boys flying around. We kind of know what type of defense he runs, even though our team don't run the defense anymore. But
Right,
we know that he's like the father of the defense.
right. So then you got the Raiders beating the Eagles. Jalen Hurts not the answer, folks. I would love to see him be the answer, but he's not the answer. So the Eagles potentially gonna have 3 first-round draft picks, and one of those three they're gonna have to get their quarterback of the future. Um, Very competitive game, caught me off guard. The Rams beat the Lions 28-19. But if I'm grasping for that game to be one of the best games of the day, it tells you it was a putrid Sunday of football. It was hard to watch, and I love football. It was hard to watch. Texans 31. I mean, Cardinals 31, Texans 5. And then finally, the Buccaneers 38, the Bears 3. Tom Brady threw his 600th career touchdown in this game. Funny moment. Mike Evans didn't realize that it was Tom Brady's 600th touchdown. He gave the ball to the fan in the front row. So when he got to the sideline, he was like, "Oh my God, that was his 600. I gave it to a fan." So somebody from Tampa Bay organization went over there, spoke to the fan. Of course, the fan gave the ball back because it was Brady, and they gave him some pretty cool stuff for giving the
Yeah,
football.
yeah, yeah. It's good for Brady, man. Longevity, still productive. I'm
This
surprised a
man
bit.
said last week on his show with Jim Gray and Larry Fitzgerald that he feels like he could play till he's 55 years old. It's crazy. But
I
one
mean, you
thing
can't.
people,
I mean, how many people are going to bet against him right now?
well, I'm
I
going to
don't know
bet
too many
against.
people that have bet against him. I know we keep saying, well, if he's that old, and if he get it, he doesn't get hit. That's the key
Not,
that people not
yeah,
realizing.
I'm not worried about him getting hit. I don't think he's going to make it to 55 because it comes to an end quickly. And there's going to be a preseason or something. In 2 years, he's going to try to rip that ball like he normally do. And Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, yeah.
Father Time
So,
undefeated.
so Dwayne, let's talk about our Friday night. I had an opportunity Friday to come hang out with you and the big fella, and I must say, man, that I saw a kid two years ago that you showed me. You showed me his brother, and then you showed me him, and then to see how his game has came along in 2 years. And we're talking about high school football, folks. And I bring this up because this kid will be playing on Sundays, you guys.
Will.
Dwayne is very humble with the kids, and he tries to get the kids. A lot of the guys that he coached from our old high school, Dwayne coached a lot and coached a lot of these guys. He's seen them grow up. So Dwayne is very humble with telling these kids, you can get into college, get an education. So Dwayne kind of leaves it there and never wants to put those high expectations on them like I may do. But I saw
No.
someone that we be playing on Sundays, and if he progresses and his body fills out the way that the NFL body fills out, he with his height, he could be a big contributor on Sundays. So
Yeah.
and be great point average, educated, you know.
Yeah. Very
And
funny.
I saw a couple other kids that could do some things that can get them to get a peak on Sundays. I
Tell you
really
what,
like their football team.
number one was very impressive this Friday. Jaden Stewart. He scored twice with his legs, twice with his arms. So, but it's very interesting, man. Union got national attention, got highlights on Fox College Football Twitter. Also during one of the broadcasts of the game because Davidson Igbinosun is a big time recruit out here. He did commit to Rutgers on July 3rd. He decommitted from Rutgers about 2 weeks ago, and so in that time he's been to Tennessee. This weekend he was down to Mississippi, but Rutgers is not giving up yet. So we're in the first quarter, and I hold the chains. But I look up, my buddy says there he is. I'm like, there who is? Greg Schiano flies over the game in a helicopter and lands on a baseball diamond. Now that clip, which was a great job by Union TV 34, and give them a plug because they followed the track of the helicopter. They went away from the play, followed the track of the helicopter, and that made it on national news. So last home game this week, and then we go to try to win back to backs, man. Hopefully this week we'll secure the number 2 overall seed, which will give us the number 1 seed in our section. And then hopefully we'll get a run like we had 2 years ago.
So explain it to me because I'm still got the old Group 4 Section 2 stuff in my head. They are Group 5 Section 1, right?
Well, the way it works now is they break the state up. You've got North, which is the old North 1, North 2. And then you got South, which is Central and South. So what they do is they take the top 16 teams in the North and in the South. Once those 16 teams are determined, they then break those into 2 8-team sections. They play for the section championship. Then once the section championship in those 2 North groups, they play each other for the North championship.
So there'd be a champion, one for the North Jersey and one for South Jersey.
Right.
And potentially in the future, they're going to wind up playing each other for all the marbles of the state champ.
Next year, we play down to 1 group champion. It'll be the same format, but then you'll add that extra layer because when those 2 North teams play, that will be determined as the state semifinal. Whoever wins that plays the teams from the South at MetLife Stadium.
So it won't be no more the we was better than y'all. No, it's gonna be 1 state champion, which is ironic that New Jersey with its rich football history is finally deciding that they have to do it.
There was only 2 states, in the whole United States that didn't play down. That was New York and New Jersey. So now it's just New York. Ball's on their court. They're the only state that won't play down to a true group champion. So that's going to be very interesting, man. And,
kudos for the kids, man. They deserve it. I know, man, you had talked about it would be good if Union and the Hillside would ever play. And I know you gave me your opinion on who would win. We'll keep that between us. But I really like them. They what's funny is we talked at halftime of how they were playing down to the opponent, and then the second half just took over, and they just they were better than them.
All right, people are gonna hate on me for when I say this. They're very similar to Dallas Cowboys. What I mean by that is, you're like, man, they're playing sloppy, man. Oh man, they got to get it together. And next thing you look up, they got 42 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they got it quick. I mean, one thing I didn't get a chance to ask you. I know we talked about some of the sideline antics that was going on towards you. One thing I wanted to ask you that I thought was funny. Why was the kicker keep squib kicking on the kickoffs?
For Union?
No, the other team.
They don't want to kick to Davidson. If you notice, they squibbed it, and then when he was back deep on punts, they rather kick it out of bounds than kick it to him. They were definitely afraid. They was like, we don't care if we get a ball to Union at the 50-yard line. You kick it to him, he's going to score. So they just made up in their mind they was not kicking the ball number 2.
Yeah, I really thought that game was interesting. That's why I brought it up today because potentially we got a couple Sunday football performers. Definitely one that I seen that looks interesting. I know
Yeah,
he,
if he
like you
stays
said,
healthy and he develops the way that, I try to be very careful, but if he stays healthy, what you have to realize, folks, is he's 6'3" right now, about 185, 190, and he's a corner. Okay. So imagine you take that 6'3", like 185. They may be generous with that. He probably like 170, 175. But you put that in a college weight system,
50 pounds easily.
meal plan, you're looking at a corner that's probably going to be 6'3", 205, man. That's crazy. That's NFL size corner. It's corners in
Yeah,
NFL, it ain't that
that's
big.
big NFL size corner.
Yeah.
That's
And
borderline safety, small linebacker. As they say now,
and
big
he's
name.
not afraid to put his nose in it. He will come up and he will hit you, man. And if he picks it, he Trayvon Diggs, man. He taking it to the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Taking it to the house. But it's gonna be
So,
very
so I
interesting
know
watch.
tonight's game is supposed to be a monsoon.
Yeah,
They
man.
expecting a bunch of rain.
I'm watching the Knicks right now, folks, and that normally does not happen on a football Sunday. But this is the football Sunday that I should have went out pumpkin picking. I should have ran some errands or something.
We
Like
we
this was the
described what today was.
yeah, this was just and we're football heads and junkies. It just was and listen, man, when I say these things, right, I want people to understand. This is not hate. I love football. So if I say the Giant game was terrible to watch, I'm not saying it because it's the Giants. I'm saying it because it was a terrible game to watch. I had another option, right? I didn't have to watch the Giants. I could have watched the Jets. They got a 54 put up on them. It was bad football. And then the national game was the Bucks and the Bears. It was 38-3. Y'all missed the Cowboys this week, don't y'all? It's okay.
Well, Dwayne, to be honest with you, I don't have much more to say to offer for our show. I know
No,
we try to do a certain amount of time sometimes, and I have nothing else to say, brother.
no, more of the same tonight. It's not a good game. And tomorrow, I don't even know who's it, the Saints tomorrow? Whew, this was a stinker of an NFL Sunday, man. But hey, man, this is the first time we playing 17 weeks. You're gonna get some weeks like this now. But you got the Saints playing tomorrow, right? Let me see. Let's see. That's next week. Why I'm on next week? Tomorrow Seahawks Saints. Enjoy that. But there's always a silver lining. Halloween weekend starts off with Packers Cardinals on Thursday. 7-0 team and a 6-1 team. You got the Cowboys returning off their bye on Sunday night next week. What else is intriguing? Steelers Browns, maybe? Uh Patriots Chargers. You know what? It's not that great of a week next week either.
Well, with
We're gonna
that,
make it do what it do.
we ain't even gonna hold nobody tonight. We're just gonna
No.
just say, enjoy your week. Enjoy your week.
Hey, be safe, man. Everybody, new week, new goals. And I was always taught, man, if you shoot for the stars, if you shoot for the stars. No, I messed it up. Y'all forgive me. It's been that type of Sunday. What the saying was, and it was given to me, and I know it's a famous saying that a lot of people have maybe heard before. Shoot for the moon. Because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars, man. So y'all stay positive. Keep pushing forward. Shoot for that moon, man. And even if you miss, you're gonna be with the stars.
Guys, take it easy out there. Like Dwayne said, be great, be elite, live, love, laugh. Well,
And
hopefully we'll see you guys next Sunday morning. We'll bring some more energy to the show. We got some treats coming up during the week, and we'll discuss. We're gonna start doing some NBA stuff as well. Go ahead, Dwayne.
I will have a little special plug next Saturday. I hope I'm gonna do a quick hitter. I'm gonna tell you where those Union Farmers land for this playoff push. Okay, and I want you guys to be very thankful because next Sunday night, four is back. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.